the first video blog for Ginny's Gems and the International House of Aquaponics and Crafts. It is early Sunday morning, the end of April of 2020. We have been on lockdown for 6 weeks here, I think, in this house. And we have been talking about getting this aquaponics system up since about this time last year. Excuse me. And it's finally coming to fruition. I'm terribly excited. We started our first seedlings at 11 a.m. yesterday, and I will insert some footage of that for you. And we are going to today be turning this humble downspout into our first NFT system. And down there there it is. Ooh, excuse my nails, I've been in the dirt. This square pot down here is our first set of fish. We bought some feeder goldfish to prime the system, both for cost and for, sorry, that was awful, for cost and for expedience. Goldfish can eat a lot. They can excrete a lot of waste, which will then help prime the system and feed our seedlings. The seedlings don't need a lot of nutrition, so it's a great way, theoretically, we're testing this. Theoretically, it's a great way to prime your system. We are going to do a straight float NFT system. There will be no net cups. We're going to use foam mats to create pucks and just place our plants in the system like this, much like, I think his name is Hulchi, I am so sorry, I'm going to go back and find your name. I'm going to link to him in the description below as well. Anyway, this guy has created this amazing no waste or very, very low waste net pot system. So let's discuss why aquaponics. I believe that there is some sort of food shortage on its way. I believe in self-sufficiency all the time. And when finances are uncertain, having your own garden is having your own homestead really is really the safest way to make sure that you are as self-sufficient as possible. I don't know that we in this day and age can be completely self-sufficient off of your own land, but I think it is important to know that you can vastly supplement your food supply and your food chain. I think you can survive on what you can grow on even just a third of an acre. This particular homestead is being optimized to take care of about 11 people. I'm going to be studying vertical farming, which is doing some incredible stuff right now. Lots of greens. We are going to probably be using every square inch of this property by the time I'm done. This breezeway that I'm sitting in will become the propagation nursery. Mostly because in the summer it becomes amazingly hot. We've already had our first 98-day 98-degree day here. And I'm sorry, if I keep looking over to the left, and I don't know, I'm going to try to zoom in on this, y'all. These two little guys every morning go from a flower bed that's on the left over to this flower bed of clivias, which is what all of these plants are, just beyond our gardenias. And we watch for them. It's kind of it kind of cracks me up. But there's been one, we haven't seen the second one for a few days, and the second one just finally popped out of the flower bed. And it's really funny because they go out towards the lawn and then hook like this immediate, almost 90-degree angle back towards the clivias. Anyway, sorry, total digression. Self-sufficiency, I think it's very important. And secondly, aquaculture allows us to know what's going into our fish. When our water supply, our public water supplies are so, well, our water supply in general is so polluted. If I can grow trout and tilapia and bass in small contained ponds here on the property, we can supplement a lot of our proteins, animal proteins, with organic and completely healthy fish, healthy meats. Healthy meats are tasty. I think every animal that we consume should be treated humanely and live a life that is not contained with, one fish to 1 gallon, like a lot of farm-raised tilapia are. I think that changes the taste of the meat. I think that stresses the fish, and stress hormones are in the meat that we eat. We eat stressed animals. It affects us. I don't know if you've ever had a completely free-range, organic, raised in the sun, eaten a bug chicken. It does not taste the same as a production Foster Farms or Zaki chicken. It just does not taste the same. And fish are exactly the same way. A while ago, I was able to go and visit a farm in Escondido, California, and the tilapia we had for lunch there was creamy and white and flaky. It melted in your mouth, and it was amazing. So I kind of became obsessed with I've always been obsessed with fish tanks, and I've always been obsessed with filtration systems. And this idea goes back farther when my mom and I were living paycheck to paycheck when I was a kid. One of the things she would do with me on the weekends is we would design self-sufficiency, eco-friendly homes. We've always wanted a hillside home, a hill built into a home, or a home built into a hill, or a hill built around a home. Anyway, and part of that was a water treatment system that used an iris and kind of a bog filtration system. This is that system. I'm going to be going in future videos, I'm going to be going step by step. Once I get this set up, I will explain each part of this system. and take you on my journey. So with that, I'm going to stop my rambling and get to work. But I just wanted to introduce to you my little aquaponics garden here and show you where we are at. So this will become the sump, which will house our seeds. These are our seeds. See if I can get them to focus there. So these are seeds just wrapped in a napkin. They're in a warm, indirect sunlight, and they are remaining moist. This grid is cotton thread that I've woven just around a foam flooring block. And that capillary action keeps those seeds moist. The water will go from a fish tank at the other end via this set of tubes and will eventually come into the mouth of this tube here. And along this tube will be a series of circular holes, and we'll drain back into the fishy tank here. There's our little fishies in the water, and I'm sure they're waiting for some food, which I will feed them here in a minute. So if you are interested in this subject and you would be so kind, please click subscribe. And if you liked this video, please, by all means, give me a big old thumbs up. I know it's a little rough. I know I look a little rough. It's 6:30 on a Sunday morning. So you're going to get nothing but real here. And I hope you all have a wonderful day and are staying safe.